and welcome back to another digital plan with me. We're going to start by opening GoodNotes. I know I have done one in Metamoji, but I really do like GoodNotes. There are things I like about Metamoji, but this is for October 14th through the 20th. I'm going to start by going to my categories and selecting where I import all my stickers. Go to the plus icon. I have these saved in my Google Drive in a new sticker folder. These are a printable that I got in our Facebook group, and there are 3 sheets to this set. So I'm going to open the first one, and for some reason my Google Drive has been being pretty slow lately. Maybe I need to go in and kind of clean it up. So then I'm going to go to the plus icon, Google Drive, and import the second sheet. And then I'm going to go through those steps one more time to get the third sheet here into GoodNotes for me to work with. So it's the plus import. I find that this is the easiest way if I'm doing a PDF is to open them as their own, whereas if I'm doing a PNG or just an image, pressing and holding and going to image and adding it that way, I can still use my Google Drive, but I find this is better for PDFs. So I'm going to tap the first one, then hit the back arrow, tap the second one and the back arrow, and that will open each of my sheets in a tab so I can quickly scroll through them and get back to my planner so I can see what I have and makes it easier. So I'm going to start by choosing the skinny washi. She does include some wider washi, but I have another plan for that. So I circle it with my lariat tool, copy it, which moves it to my clipboard, and now I'm pasting it in my planner. Then I'm going to crop it down. Now, after I get it to the original length and width that she designed it for, I am going to crop it down to make it the right width for my page because I don't want to use the handlebars to adjust it too much because I'm afraid it will distort the image. With patterns, it doesn't seem too bad, but I don't want to distort the image on this too much. So I went ahead and cropped it down and made it a little shorter. And then I'm going to use my lariat tool to copy and paste it to the left side of my planner. Now, typically, if you're not getting the selection you want, if you will tap off of it and go back and re-highlight it, for some reason I could not get the crop to pop up on this one. So I don't know if it was how I pasted it or what I was doing. So what I ended up doing is deleting it and then repasting it. And then the crop option popped up just fine. I don't know what I had done. So there, I deleted it and then I just repasted it and edited the image and crop was there. So again, because I want to keep them the same height, I cropped it down to adjust my width instead of using the handlebar to drag it. So now that I've got that in place, I absolutely love this washi. I'm going to go back to the sheets of stickers. Well, I want to move those down. The book images are books that are coming out. I went to Barnes& and Noble, Amazon, and just saved a picture of the covers, and that's what those are. So here I selected She Made a Sidebar sticker. Now I'm going to show you how I kind of adjusted the sidebar to fit my needs. It is a very cute sidebar. She did a wonderful job, but different people track different things, but I still wanted to be able to use it. So here I pasted it and cropped it. And if you noticed, I went ahead and cropped it before I turned it because with GoodNotes, even if I had already turned it and then selected crop, my crop view would still be the same. It shows you the crop in the way it was originally pasted onto your page. So now I've got used the green handlebar to turn it so it is going up and down instead of horizontally. And I'm going to adjust the size to fill this space. Now I moved it all the way to the bottom because I do like to put a decorative sticker up at the top. So here I'm kind of looking through to see what full boxes is in the kit. This is the first time I've used a kit made by this person, so I'm not as familiar with it as some of the ones I've used in the past. So I really like this one. I love the emoji stickers. So, matter of fact, I just recently bought a box of Band-Aids that have all these emojis on them. So I'm going to adjust that full box down so it fits right above the sidebar sticker. And then I'm going to go and select the to-do headers. I wanted to see what all headers she included to make sure to-do is the one I wanted to go with. And I selected all of them because I want to use the different colors she has made available. So I pasted the image and now I'm going to crop it down. First I'm going to do the blue one and turn it. Again, the green handlebar is the one you use to turn it. And if you notice there, when I pulled up the crop, it had it back sideways. So then I'm just going to adjust it to size. And now, since I have not copied any other sticker, I just used paste again and it pasted all three colors. So now I'm going to crop down to the yellow one. She has three colors here, so I'm going to use all three colors across the week, and there's going to be extra of, I decided on the purple one. So, and I'm going to go ahead and move the blue one over here. And I noticed that's a little bit wider than the yellow one, so I'm going to go ahead and crop it and take just a little bit off so they're closer to the same size. And then I'm going to paste that original image and crop down to the purple one. This is a beautiful shade of purple. I really like the blue too. So now that I have the purple there, I'm going to use these that have already been cropped and sized to paste onto the rest of my week. So on Thursday, I'm going to do purple. Friday, I'm going to copy and paste the blue one too. And then I'm going to copy and paste the yellow one to Saturday and then add one more purple in there. So now I have a to-do header for each day of the week. And I didn't have to crop them each time. So now I'm going to go and look. She has included 6 checklist boxes, which if you've watched any of my videos, you know I use a checkbox pretty much every day. Some days I don't fill them out as full as others, but I like to have the option. So I selected with my lariat tool all 6 of them, and we're going to do the same thing I did with the headers. I'm going to paste the image, then I'm going to select crop and go to the first one here. Once I get it cropped down to where I want it, I'm going to start with it on Monday. And if you kind of center it, then you don't have to move it as much because it doesn't lock any corners with GoodNotes. So it expands on both sides. So then I pasted the original image And I'm going to use the next one and paste it on Tuesday. I love all of the color in this kit. There's not primarily one color, so it has a little bit of all the colors of the rainbow. Again, pasted the same original image that I had cropped or copied from the sticker sheet, cropped it down to this third checklist for Wednesday, and then on to the other half of the week. Pasted the same image, and I'm going for the first one in the second row. And as you notice, once I get going, it's like it's easier to adjust. I guess I just kind of get the feel for it. So if you are struggling and you feel like it's taking you forever to get these, don't give up. Once you get past that learning curve, digital planning is so worth it. So here I'm going to do the last one she included. And then I'm going to pick my favorite one of the six and go ahead and move it to Sunday because I know Sunday is some people's day of rest, but I am a mom. There is no day of rest. So I still have stuff that has to be done on Sunday. I try not to plan too much because my mom is supposed to be in town. So I want to have fun. Um, so here I'm looking. I decided not to use the full boxes because I do want to be able to add some pictures in. And here I'm going with the weekend banner. But I'm hoping maybe the week after my mom leaves, I'm going to use the vertical add-on and do some maybe pictures and memories of while my mom was here for a visit. So I've cropped that down and now I'm just going to adjust the size to mark the weekend. Now, when y'all's watching me do these videos, I don't do all of this from memory. My husband and I do link our calendars on our phone. So his work schedule's put in there. We put in things that are scheduled far in advance. I'll go ahead and put those in there. Um, and also, I have my children's school calendar. They offer on the website. I could link it to my phone. So here I accidentally was trying to select the book cover, messed up the washi. I just hit the undo button. So I'm going to stack these book covers until I'm ready to put the labels on for them. So now I'm looking to see which labels she included. I am pretty fond of appointment labels. I use quite a bit of those. So I was looking for one to do for the books because I want to mark that they're coming out. And she had this one that had the several different emotions. And I thought that would be pretty good for a book because a good book takes you through a variety of emotions. So that would be fitting. And so I cropped down to just this one. I'm going to adjust its size. Or actually, before I adjust the size, I go back to, I use the press and hold for image, Google Drive, my digital stamps. This is the Read It set from Studio L2E. I have taken the stamps I bought and made them digital. This is one of those sets. So I'm going to crop it down to this book with a border and layer it on top of the appointment label. So here I was trying to decide how it looked best, what size. And I decided that I liked the book hanging off the top a little bit. So then I'm going to use my lariat tool and circle both of them and adjust them. That way it treats them as one image instead of two separate images. So here I'm zooming in so I can adjust the size. And then I'm going to leave just a little bit of gap because where I left that book hanging over, I didn't want it to bleed into that line on the bottom of the checkbox. So there, I copied it. When I pasted it, I don't know why. GoodNotes was acting a fool this week. I do not know why it made it so large. So I just deleted it, recopied it, and then it kept my sizing. Again, I don't know what GoodNotes was doing. So I don't know if you noticed before, but there are 3 books coming out this week. I'm an avid reader. I love to read. That's kind of my quiet time in the evening after I get the kids in bed. I like to either take a hot bubble bath and read, or I'll just lay in bed and read for a little bit before I go to sleep. So I've got those. I also know, as usual, on Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 of my boys have after school activities. So I'm going to use these 2 appointment labels for that. So I circled both of them, copied them, going to paste them here, and then crop down to them individually. So if you watched my video last week, you noticed that I had to do the first digital stamps I had made was a reminder to do some medicine for the litter of kittens we had. I am happy to report the kittens are doing very well. Their eyes are completely cleared up. So I don't even have to do the medicine this week. So that's not going to be included, but I'm cropping down to the second one. And then I realized I turned it upside down and turned it back over. We have 8 baby kittens, and they're starting to really want to explore the house. So if you hear meowing in the background, it's probably one of the kittens trying to climb the furniture, or they like to chase my puppy dog, which is pretty hilarious because he runs like his tail's on fire, and they're no bigger than his head. But never a dull day. So here I'm going to select these other 2 appointment labels because we have standing appointments on Thursday. So I want to go ahead and put those in there. I think this is a really cute kit. I love the emojis. So I'm going to adjust this one to size. And because both of them were the same and I'm using them on the same day, I'm just going to copy it and paste it for my second appointment that day. And that way I have a space for each one of them. Now I'm looking to see what else she includes in the kit. She includes some water bottles, which I know I'll want to use. And she also has some meal icons. So first I'm going to go ahead and take this half box because again, my mother's trip last week got canceled. So I'm going to put it on again this week. And I like to use the half box and then layer like skinny washi. So I'm going to go ahead. I figured this one with the hearts and the happy face would be the best for that occasion. So I'm going to go ahead and crop down, size it, and just place it here, and then I'll come back and finish it up. So here I was going to select just this little area, but I was worried that it would get some of the writing in there. So I went ahead and went back to the sticker sheet. This is where I'm going to adjust the sidebar to fit my needs. Um, so it looks like the to do here has the most of this purple space. So I just made a small circle, took a screenshot, and copied it. Now I'm going to go back to my planner, zoom out, and go over here to the sidebar. So if you'll notice, her sidebar says spending and to buy. I don't typically track my spending here. So there I notice I left a little white, so I cropped it down. I'm going to use this little purple box I made, adjust the size, and basically make a cover to go over where it says spending, and use that to track my husband's work schedule this week. So there you saw I moved it kind of off of it and copied it, because if I would have copied it after I put it on top of the sticker, it would have copied both of them. So here that way I just have the little purple label I made. So I'm just going to layer those across the top. So then I can make it say really anything I wanted. I chose work for this one because she does include mill icons. And then she also has this one that says to buy. Now, when I went to do that, I noticed that it was a little narrower between here than it was for the spending. So I just adjusted it down. I should have copied it again. And here's where I was like, oh, wait, if I do that, I'm going to copy the whole sidebar sticker. So I went ahead and just pasted it and readjusted. So I resized it and got it pretty close to the same size. And then before I touched away, then I copied this one because I knew I was going to need at least one more. Here I'm trying to get it to drag over. I don't know what was going on. I do have an Adont stylus that I've been using, and I've noticed when its battery gets low, it acts crazy. So I went ahead and left the to pay because I know I do have some bills I'll have to pay this week. So I'll just add those in there. And now I'm going to go for the mill icons. So I do go back and add in using the text tool, the labels for those. But right now I kind of try to get all my stickers in place and then I go back in with the typing and writing. That's just kind of my preferred method. So here I'm going to crop down. She included 3 colors of mills. So I'm going to do each one and then use them again, so I have one for each day because my kids insist on dinner every day. Normally, before they finished eating their lunch, they want to know what's for dinner. So, and I found that meal planning helps with budgeting in our house. And it just makes my day go smoother. I can look at my planner in the morning and say, oh, we're having hamburgers for dinner. I need to make sure they're thawed. Or I'm making something with chicken. I need to make sure I get it out to thaw. So, meal planning has really helped my house run a lot smoother. Um, I don't go ahead and write the meals on in this video because I know my mom is going to be here and my husband is working extra hours over Thanksgiving to have extra time off at Christmas. So I need to get with him and figure out what days he's working because we're going to try to do our Thanksgiving while my mom's here and while he's off. So I kind of want to do my menu planning around that. So I've got that one the right size and in place. And then I'm going to paste the image one more time to get the pink one. So again, just crop it down. I like this pink one. I like that shade. So then I'm just going to adjust the size. And this is where I got smart. Now, why I didn't think to do this with the headers or other things, or why I haven't thought to do this sooner, I don't know. But I was like, I'm going to do these in the exact same order with the exact same spacing, just on the other page. So instead of moving them individually, I used my lariat tool and circled all three of them, copied them, moved over to the right hand page, and pasted them. They kept their sizing, they kept their spacing. Why I didn't think to do that earlier, I don't know. But then I'm going to select this purple one because I need one for Sunday. So now here I'm going to select the water bottles because I did really good this week. I've done pretty good drinking my water, but I do get satisfaction from filling in the little bottles or checking off the teardrops or whatever. So, and it's a reminder for myself. I'm very much a list person, checking off the little checklists, and it just helps motivate me. Not only does it help me remember what I need to do, but I like looking and saying, hey, I accomplished everything I set out to do today. And the 500 other things that came up. So I cropped it down to just the set of bottles. And I'm going to put one on each day of the week. So I'm worried that I'm going to struggle some with the water while my mom's here because I'll be having fun and paying attention to other things, but I'm really going to try to stay on track with that because I know I feel better when I drink more water. So I've got one more water bottle to get into place here, or a set of water bottles. And then I decide to go ahead and work with these book covers. Again, these are books I saw on Barnes and Noble that were coming out that I wanted when I was looking one day. So I just screenshot the cover, cropped them down, and put them on the day they're coming out. So here I'm adjusting the text color to black because I think that'll show up the best. And then I'm looking at the different font options. That is one thing I loved about Metamoji Notes is it had a lot more font options. So I'm thinking I might end up designing it in GoodNotes and then saving it in Metamoji Notes so it syncs because that is one thing I really liked about that. So this book is Buttons and Lace, and I decide to put the author's name in parentheses instead of trying to put by and the name because some of them, like, this will be the first book I've read by this author. It just looked good. But as you'll notice the other two authors are I've read, I believe, pretty much all of their books. So I just put their last name. So I adjusted the size, and we'll put this one on first. And then I'm going to delete. I moved it over here to make sure I didn't have the whole stack and deleted that book cover. And then I just pressed and hold and did text to type in this one. So there, I was having trouble seeing what I was typing, so I moved it over onto the label. I don't know if any of y'all are fans of these Stephanie Plum books, but I absolutely love her books. And then, actually, on my honeymoon, my husband took me to see the One for the Money, the first book that was made into a movie. So, fond memories of these books, and these books just crack me up. So, her grandma is a character. Um, so if you haven't read them, I highly suggest these books. But that does not mean her name is easy to spell. So now that I got that one in place, I'm going to delete that cover. And then I'm going to add this one in. This is another book series that I've read almost every book in the series. I think there was one for some reason I just could not get into it. But this was one of the first authors that got me into medical mystery books. And the main character in hers is a medical examiner, Scarpetta from Virginia. So y'all thought you were just getting a Plan With Me video, and y'all's getting some book recommendations too. It's that kind of weather out for me. I'd like to curl up with a warm blanket and a good book. So now that I've got those in place, I'm looking, and I'm going to go with this thicker washi and make it skinny.
Okay, so I don't know what happened. For some reason, my computer showed that it was recording what I was doing, but after I started doing the skinny washi, it just cut off. So what I did is I took the large washi shown right here and I cropped it down so it was narrow. And I used it to put this strip going across here. Um, Marking again my mom's visit. I know that's been on here like the past 3 videos, but for some reason her trip keeps getting canceled, so we're gonna try it again this week. So I put that down to mark that she's gonna be here the rest of the week. I added in the Hallmark holiday movies. Those are off of a printable from Victoria Thatcher. Um, I'm absolutely in love the holiday Christmas movies on Hallmark Channel. So luckily this way I know when they're coming on so I can keep up with them. If you look on Monday, the little watering can and plant, I have an orchid that my husband got me for Valentine's Day. It's a mini orchid. And I am horrible about remembering to water it. So I'm going to start putting that on my to-do list so hopefully I can keep it alive. Those are part of my digital stamps that I made from the gardening set from Studio L2E. Also, the little TV on my TV icons. I used one of the appointment labels included in the kit and the stamp from that Studio L2E's iconic stamp set to add the little TVs, and then the text tool built in GoodNotes to put in the names of my TV shows. And then I just used my pen to write in the appointments I know that I have on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And that's pretty much all we have going on this week. I hope y'all have enjoyed this plan with me, and hopefully when I get ready to do next week's, we don't have